Kenneth Jerome Riley, August 6, 1947 – June 7, 2020, was a professional American football cornerback who played his entire career for the Cincinnati Bengals in the American Football League in 1969 and in the NFL from 1970 through 1983. Riley recorded 65 interceptions in his career, which was the fourth most in NFL history at the time of his retirement, behind three members of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Dick Lane, Emlyn Tunnell and Paul Krause. But despite his accomplishments, Riley was never an exceptionally popular or well-known player. In his 15 seasons, Riley was never once selected to play in the AFL All-Star Game or the AFC-NFC Pro Bowl, and to this date has not been voted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Riley grew up in Bartow, Florida. Claude Woodruff was his high school coach at Union Academy. Before his professional career, Riley played quarterback for Florida A&M University. In addition to being a skilled athlete, Riley also excelled academically. He earned his team's Scholastic Award and a Rhodes Scholar candidacy. In 1977, Riley was enshrined in Florida A&M's Athletic Hall of Fame. After graduating from college, Riley was selected by the Bengals in the sixth round of the 1969 Common Draft. When Riley reported to training camp, Cincinnati head coach Paul Brown decided to convert Riley to the cornerback position. Brown's decision turned out to be a very good one. Riley made an immediate impact for the Bengals as a defensive back, recording 4 interceptions and 66 return yards. He also recovered 2 fumbles, added another 334 yards on 14 kickoff returns, and even caught 2 passes for 15 yards on offense. For the rest of his career, Riley established himself as one of the top defensive backs in pro football, recording 3 or more interceptions in all but 3 of his 15 seasons. His best season was in 1976 when he recorded 9 interceptions, 141 return yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 fumble recoveries. His 9 interceptions set a franchise record for most interceptions in one season and would remain the team record for 30 years until it was broken by Deltha O'Neal in 2005. He also set a record that year by intercepting 3 passes in the final game of the season, a 42-3 win over New York Jets. Riley intercepted Richard Todd once and future Hall of Fame quarterback Joe Namath twice. It was Namath's final game as a New York Jet. Since then, several Bengals players have tied the record, including Riley, who did it again in a 1982 game, picking off 3 passes from Oakland Raiders quarterback Jim Plunkett, but nobody has broken it. But despite his success in the 1976 season, Riley was not selected to play in the Pro Bowl. Meanwhile, his defensive back teammate Lemur Parrish, who recorded just 2 interceptions and missed half the season with injuries, was a Pro Bowl selection. Riley continued to be an impact player for Cincinnati throughout the rest of his career. In 1981, he recorded 5 interceptions and 1 fumble recovery, assisting his team to their first ever Super Bowl appearance against the San Francisco 49ers in Super Bowl XVI. In his final NFL season, 1983, the 36-year-old Riley recorded 8 interceptions, 89 return yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 fumble recoveries. In his 15 seasons in the NFL, Riley recorded a total of 65 interceptions, 596 return yards, 5 touchdowns, 18 fumble recoveries, 96 fumble return yards, 334 kickoff return yards, and 15 receiving yards. His interceptions, interception return yards, and interceptions returned for touchdowns are all Bengals records.